Hello everyone and welcome to this reading. So today we are going to be taking a look at if the person you are asking about watches you on social media, keeps tabs on you, or updates from you through social media. Now this was a video that was requested by a viewer of mine, and I do want to sort of give you guys the opening to request any videos you would like. I can't promise that I will make a video on it, but I will definitely, look at every request and see if it resonates with me and if I would like to make a video on it. So that's definitely feel free to comment below any requests that you may have, any questions that you may want answered. But I have here 5 piles for you here today. We have pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3, pile number 4, and pile number 5. So I encourage you to take a couple of deep, long breaths, try your best to clear your mind, and if you would like, ask your spirit guides, your higher self, even spirit, to help direct you to the messages, to the pile that will have the messages for you. And once you have done so, I do have timestamps in the description box below so that you can jump straight into your pile. But I'm going to give you a few moments now to center yourself and clear your mind in order to intuitively select your pile, and then we can get started. All right, if you have chosen your pile, feel free to head to the description box below, and if you need more time, it is more than okay to pause until you have chosen your pile. But with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. Hello pile 1, and welcome to your reading. So in this video, we are taking a look at if the person you are asking about, it can be any person, if they watch you on social media, if they keep track of you and get updated about updates about you on social media. So I have your tarot cards here that are going to give us the answer, and once we get through to those, I have a couple other oracle decks that I'm gonna pull from just to get additional guidance and messages for you in regards to this other person. But let's first look at your tarot cards. So you got Temperance upright, the Queen of Pentacles upright, and the Four of Pentacles in reverse. Let me just go ahead and get those situated. So I'm getting a no here, pile 1, that they don't really keep track of you in the sense of consciously going to your pages and consciously going to your social media accounts to see what you're up to. I feel like they are very much focused on themselves right now and their peace and keeping their peace, and if they were to go and do that, it would probably ruin it maybe, or just remind them of you, which would not be a good reminder for them. So I'm assuming this is a person you are no longer in contact with, just because I feel like they are really focused on themselves, on their career, on building a life and a home that they would be proud of. And with this Four of Pentacles in reverse, this is somebody who is very, very tightly holding on to these pentacles because he's afraid he is going to lose them. So this person may be focusing a lot on their money and their career right now. And I feel like they found sort of this peace within themselves in regards to you. They've kind of been able to heal a bit from that. And that's why they don't want to go backwards and go look at your page and be reminded of everything that went on between you guys, everything that came about, how you guys ended, and let it sort of interfere with what they're trying to build now. And this rabbit keeps grabbing my attention here, where rabbits are all about like fertility and fast movement, but they can also indicate nervousness or anxiousness. So I feel like they are a bit nervous when it comes to you. It could be that they're afraid that if they go on your page, they might see you, I don't know, like if this is like a romantic connection, maybe they would see you like that you are in a relationship, and they don't want to have to see that. They're afraid to go on your page because they're afraid to see where you are right now and how much you've changed since being with them or since interacting with them. So they kind of just really keep to themselves right now. And it could even be that they just don't really go on social media that often either anymore, because they are so focused on their actual real physical life and taking care of themselves in that way. But yeah, it seems like both of you are kind of just doing your own thing right now, and it could be that you had gotten over this person and then all of a sudden some reminder came up and you got curious about them, and that's why you're watching this video. And so it could be that you don't even really like, it's kind of like a curiosity thing for you. It's not like you want them to be watching your social media, and it's like you don't really care, you're just curious about it. That's the kind of feeling I'm getting, like a curiosity here, like just curious. And the answer is that they don't really watch it. But yeah, they're just trying to find stability in their life right now. They're trying to maintain a routine, get their finances together, maybe save up for something, like save up for a home or a car or something. They're just really, really focused on their work or their studies, whatever they're doing right now, and building a future for themselves, and maintaining this sort of inner calm, inner peace that they have cultivated. And I feel like just in general, they don't really go on social media as much as maybe they used to, because they've realized that it's not the greatest for them, it's not the best for them. And so that's just another reason why they don't really check up on you on social media all that much, just because they just don't use social media anymore. Or don't use it as much anymore. But let's go ahead and get another card here, pile one. I just want to get some messages, guidance, advice from your spirit guides around this person, or maybe just in your life in general. But let's see, for what messages do your spirit guides have for you when it comes to this person, when it comes to this connection? We have here, confidence is your key to success. New moon in Leo. Yeah, so wherever you are struggling right now, wherever you are feeling a bit insecure, and we have show the real world you, show the world the real you, full moon in Aquarius on the back of the deck. Yeah, wherever you are struggling a bit right now, where you're feeling like you're not the greatest, you're feeling a bit insecure, you have a lot more abilities, you have a lot more skills than you realize here. And I'm getting like the message of that other people can see this within you, can see the potential within you. And you would be so powerful, you would be so attractive, so magnetic, if you were able to see these things within yourself, or at least act like you did, and show that off to the world. And like, even if you don't feel confident, acting like you were confident, obviously not in an arrogant way, just like you are comfortable in your own skin, and you realize your worth and you understand your worth, that is going to be your key to success. So if you're trying to manifest like a new relationship, or you've just been wanting to be in a new relationship, but you feel you're not good enough, you feel like you're not attractive, nobody likes you, or maybe people do and they're just not the people that you were attracted to, maybe they are a bit insecure as well. What you are is who you attract, is what you attract. So if you are confident, if you are comfortable in your own skin, you're going to attract people who are confident and secure and comfortable in their own skin and in their place in the world as well. And that right here, that is going to be your key to success. And we have the new moon in Leo. What the new moon in Leo is saying is, and it makes sense with the full moon in Aquarius with show the world the real you, because Leos are not afraid to show the world. The Leo energy is not afraid to show themselves to people, to be honest and to be open and to wear their heart on their sleeve almost, because they know their worth and they know how valuable they are, and being able to cultivate that within you, being able to trust yourself and have confidence in yourself and in your decision making is definitely going to be very helpful to you right now. But let's get another card here, Power One. This will be our last card here for... Okay. All right, we have To the Sea with the number 7. And the To the Sea, this card, a lot of what it talks about is going with the flow. Taking things day by day, step by step. And it kind of reminds me of this confidence card, where if you're having a bit of trouble, a bit of difficulty finding that confidence within you, feeling secure and feeling comfortable with who you are and where you are right now, that's because you are kind of, there's a lot of resistance here. There's a lot of wanting to control things and wanting to change things about yourself, I feel like, rather than just loving you for who you are right now and allowing those changes to come slowly, but still loving yourself every step of the way, still being confident and comfortable every step of the way, because you can be confident with who you are now and still change, still improve, and be confident in that person too. You don't have to wait till you make all these changes. You don't have to wait till you get to a certain place to be confident, because it could be that maybe you're like, oh, if I just had this relationship or if I just had this job, then I would be confident, when you can't really cultivate that confidence, you can't really nurture that confidence through exterior means only. You also have to just believe it in yourself too, and placing your worth, placing your confidence on some sort of external goal, some sort of external situation, means that that confidence is going to waver depending on how that situation turns out, depending on if this comes to you or this comes to you or that comes to you, rather than if you start nurturing it within yourself with who you are right now, even though you may not be where you want to be, having the confidence that you will get to that place, and knowing who you are and what you value and what your center is a lot stronger, will last a lot longer, and won't waver as much, won't be as unstable as, say, placing your worth on some exterior goal or object or situation. And so I feel like for most of you, like maybe you want a new relationship or something, and that's why you kind of are curious about this past one, because maybe you've been alone for a very long time, or you just haven't had a connection like you did with this person for a while. And so that's why it's kind of bringing up, because now maybe you've been feeling a bit lonely, you've been feeling a bit nostalgic. And your answer here is, if you feel like you are ready for a solid, long-term commitment to somebody, then nurturing that confidence is going to be your key here to gaining that. And that is how you are going to be able to reach this sort of flow state where everything just comes together for you. Everything just always works out for you, and you understand why. You realize why. You understand that you are the creator of your life, and that you are in control of your life, and what you put out, what you are, what you radiate to the world is what is going to be reflected back to you, and you are understanding that. But that is all I'm seeing for you here today, Pile 1. The messages were a little short today, but thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video. Hello, Pile 2, and welcome to your reading. So today we are taking a look at, does the person you are asking about watch you on social media? This can be any person you would like, but I have your tarot cards here where we will be getting the answer. And then once we get through these, I do have a couple other oracle decks where we are just going to be getting any additional messages and advice in regards to this person, in regards to your connection with this person, and just anything that comes up through those cards. But let's go ahead and take a look at your tarot cards. So you have the King of Cups in reverse, the Three of Pentacles in reverse, and Judgment in reverse. Okay. Seems like a lot went down with this person, Pile 2. Just a lot of drama here, I feel like. They definitely do watch your social media, I'm seeing, but it's in a way that they use it to confirm their feelings towards you. So if they have they think of you, say they think of you one way, in like a very negative way, they'll go to your social media, they'll find posts that sort of affirm that, and find posts that affirm that belief within them. So if you guys got into some sort of argument, I feel like you guys aren't really talking anymore because of some sort of quarrel that happened here. It could have happened with you, your person, and then another person that was involved. And so they have a lot of feelings about this, not very positive feelings I'm getting. I feel like they are very much caught up in their side of the story, in their side of the argument, that they can't really see the other different sides here. And it's only, I feel this way, I think about you, Pile 2, in this certain way, and they go to your social media and they see posts that are kind of like, things that you post, they're like, oh yeah, I was right about Pile 2. They're this way and they're that way, and no wonder they acted like this. And they're not really self-reflective, I feel like, and I feel like they're just so caught up in their ego right now, in being right and in only seeing their side of the situation, their side of the argument. So they do check your social media, but it definitely is in a way to, as I said before, affirm some sort of beliefs that they already have about you because of some past situation, because of some past experiences you guys had with each other. And they definitely do it the most when they're feeling like quite emotional, and I'm getting more like angry and, I don't know, like a sense of betrayal maybe, or frustration, just very aggressive, very angry energy here with this King of Cups in reverse. It's like, when they get into that mode, they go to your social media to make themselves like feel better about, I don't know, like maybe something they said to you, what they did to you, things like that. Definitely, yeah. So they're definitely, you guys, I don't see that you guys are currently speaking or on speaking terms right now. It could have been that there was some third person that got in between the two of you, and maybe instigated this argument or instigated this disagreement between you two. And I'm now getting the message that potentially like this person, like your person and the other person that may have been involved, if that's the case, kind of like, I don't want to say this because I feel like it's going to be hurtful, but they kind of like, like look at your social media and are like, oh yeah, this person is this way and we were right to do this, and did you see what she posted? Like, why would she post that when she acted this way towards us, or why would he post that when he acted this way towards us? and things like that. They definitely do kind of talk about you like that. So I don't know, maybe you were aware of it, maybe you weren't, but this Judgment in Reverse card is really just talking, just screaming out to me about like them looking at using your social media, using your posts, whatever you post on social media, even if you don't post a lot, like just whatever you put out there, they look at it and they just see all the negatives about it. They're like, it just affirms what they've already assumed about you, what they already feel about you, which with these cards for me speak of like not very positive things. And obviously this person is only seeing things one way. This person is only seeing things through their own experiences, through their own perspective, and they're not yet able to see through other perspectives, through your perspective of the situation, or the objective perspective on the situation. So I know these messages may be hard to hear, or maybe it just may confirm what you've already been feeling, what your intuition has already been telling you, or other readings that you have done for yourself or you've watched have been telling you. And I'm just here to say that everyone has their own truth, and those truths are not necessarily going to line up when it comes to every single person. So definitely, I just try not to be too down about this person and then the third person here, maybe talking behind your back or seeing you in a negative light, because they are not able to see past their own ego. They're not able to see past their own perspective on this situation. And just because they can't do that doesn't mean that what they say about you or what they think about you is the truth. You don't have to take that on. You don't have to take their truth on. Okay, you have your own truth. You know your side of the situation, and hopefully you can look outside of yourself and see an outsider's perspective on the situation. Because maybe you're not 100% innocent in this, but I definitely feel like they place a lot more blame on you than you deserve in this situation, and they don't really see that they may have done something wrong here as well. They contributed to this issue, to this disagreement as well. But let's go ahead and get, not that deck, this one, some more messages here, pile 2, just for guidance for you when it comes to this person from your spirit guides and just from spirit. Yeah, look at that. We have emotions. Yeah, we have emotions are running high. That's definitely what it is. And they definitely, your commitment is being tested with the first quarter moon that was flipped over here. But I'm taking this one because it flipped. It was facing, the picture was facing us. So we have emotions are running high, supermoon. Yeah, and that's definitely that energy there, with a lot of not really thinking rationally, thinking much more emotionally, and intense emotions, I could say, very strong emotions. And when it comes to like anger, and then maybe hurt, sadness, pain, things like that, that's when they go check your social media and try to make themselves feel better while doing that. And their emotions may fluctuate here, where some days they may be feeling fine, like they've almost gotten over the situation, that their emotions aren't as strong when it comes to it. And then other days it just hits them full on blast, and they're not really able to think like logically, rationally about it, maybe. Things like that. And for you also, perhaps you are having very strong feelings when it comes to this. And if you guys are currently arguing, still in contact and arguing with each other, then this is guidance to you, for you to, that one, if you are to take a more calm, empathetic approach here, able to see where this person is coming from, why this person is acting this way, then this situation will be easily resolved. Because with supermoon, this card just talks about everything you've wanted, everything you've been desiring, all your goals coming to fruition. And the supermoons occur when the moon is closest closest to Earth in its orbit. And that's why it looks so big and bright. Well, if it's a full moon, it looks big and bright. But, and so the moon here, when it's a supermoon, its effects on Earth are a lot stronger. And so manifestations, not only manifestations and things in the physical world, but also emotions tend to be a lot stronger, a lot more intense. So it's definitely, I'm getting like two sides here. Like, one is that whatever you were desiring of the situation, whatever outcome you are looking for when it comes to the situation, it will come to you. But you also need to understand that this may be an emotionally tumultuous period for you, and so it is paramount for you to be able to look outside. Like, emotions are very important, but sometimes they can block our vision. Sometimes we can get so entrenched in them and react emotionally to everything that we may not necessarily make the best decisions based off them. And that's why it's important to have a balance here, to listen and acknowledge your emotions, but also understand when they are taking over, when they may not necessarily be showcasing the objective truth of the situation. And so here you are being guided as well to bring rationale, logic, and calmness and empathy into this, to be able to see all sides of the situation rather than just yours and your hurt and your pain, if you want your desired outcome here. But let's go ahead and get another card for you, pile 2, for just messages and advice for when it comes to this connection. Okay. So we have here, okay, we have, yeah, look at that. We have yin here. And yin is all about that open, receptive, feminine energy. And it's also, what I'm getting from this yin card is kind of like, I'm getting kind of like the Queen of Swords, where you are able to so easily mediate between people and to see both sides, see all sides of a situation. But I feel like when it comes to either this person or just to things in your life, it becomes a bit more difficult because your emotions are there, you know, like perhaps like maybe like you work as like a lawyer or something, or some sort of relationship therapist or therapist in general, just something like that's like, I'm getting such a Queen of Swords energy from you, where you're so easily able to mediate between two people or a group of people who are quarreling or arguing, or just making like, or like maybe you act as like a counsel for a lot of your friends, but then when it comes to you, you're not really able to know what to do next or how to counsel yourself. And it's kind of like you're being asked to take on this yin energy, to take on that receptive energy that doesn't always need to be doing things, that doesn't always need to be chasing after something, controlling something, and just allows things to wash over them. So I feel like specifically, maybe you don't like feeling the emotions that occur when you come to this person, so maybe you push them to the side, or you try to ignore them, try to distract yourself. And with this card coming out, it's guidance to you to just feel them, to understand them, to acknowledge them, and then you can release them. And that is how you're going to be able to take a more logical, a more rational approach, your more objective approach to this person in this situation. Because I feel like you're searching for some sort of solution, maybe you're searching for some sort of resolution to this issue, but you're doing it too much in your masculine energy. You're doing it too much like, okay, I want the answer now. How am I going to do this? But then you don't come up with an answer. And that's because you're being encouraged to really sit with the situation. Don't make any assumptions on it. Don't try to produce any solutions for it. Just sit with it, how it is now. How do you feel about it? How do you think the other person feels about it? The other parties feel about it? And just try to see all sides of the situation in a more calm manner without making too many judgments. Not like, oh, well, they shouldn't feel like that because I did XYZ. Like, no. That's not the route to go if you want this resolved. Don't make any judgments. Don't make any assumptions here. Just look at the objective truth and move on from there. And if you are somebody who does tarot reading on your own, if you are somebody who has a connection with your spirit guides, communicates with them in a way, then definitely ask them for their help, because they are here, you know, with this yin energy. It's always all about connecting. For me personally, whenever this card comes, it's always a sign to connect back to your soul, connect back to your spirituality, and that's where you're going to be getting answers from, rather than just ruminating over it again in your head and taking a more like masculine approach here. And I don't mean, like, I say feminine and masculine are no way related to gender here. They're just the terms that are given to these two sorts of dual energies that permeate throughout this universe. And, you know, if you don't like the terms masculine or feminine, because I know that there's different connotations that come with them, and you can, you know, there's yin and yang as well that you can use, which come from more of the Eastern traditions. But yeah, you're definitely being guided to, if you're somebody who meditates, definitely meditate more, or if you're somebody who, it's to find this calm within you, to find that calm center within you once more that you have when you're sort of guiding other people, when you're mediating between other people, and to do it for yourself, to do it for your life. And, you know, no matter how you find it, because it's going to be different for everybody. But that is all I'm seeing for you here today, Pile 2. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video. Hello, Pile 3, and welcome to your reading. So today we are going to be taking a look at if the person you are asking about watches you on social media, if they keep updated on what you are doing on your social media accounts. So I have your tarot cards here, and this will give us our answer to our initial question. And once we get through these, I do have a couple other oracle decks that I'll be pulling from, just to give you a bit more guidance and advice when it comes to this connection, when it comes to this person. So let's go ahead and take a look at your tarot cards. So you have, okay, the Nine of Swords in reverse, the Magician in reverse, and the Emperor upright. Okay. All right, I will say that this is a yes, that your person does watch you on social media, but they don't like that they do. It's almost like it makes them feel worse. And so they try to stop themselves from looking at your page, from looking at your social media accounts, because when they do, it just takes them right, it just, I don't know, has them feeling really bad about themselves with this Nine of Swords in reverse and with this Magician in reverse. I feel like, I don't know, maybe the posts that you make on social media are very much like you only post the best parts of your life on social media. And so that's all they see when they look at your page, and then they feel like, oh, you know, this person is doing so well. Like if this was a past relationship, maybe they're thinking this person is doing so well without me, and they moved on so quickly, and I'm still here ruminating over them. I'm still here feeling sorry, feeling bad when it comes to this other person, and they just don't like what they see on your page, to be honest, because I see you as this, and like maybe that's not the case with you, like maybe, because obviously the parts we put on social media, if for the most part, people usually only put the best parts of their life on social media. And so we have, and that's what I'm seeing with this Emperor upright here, is you having this image on social media of being very stable, being very secure right now, and just, you know, doing your day-to-day and having a very happy and satisfied and content life right now. And I feel like they almost try to set boundaries on themselves as well, where they're like, okay, I'm not going to check their social media page for a week. and then they'll go, I'm not going to check their social, and then after the week passes, they check it, and it's like, now I'm not going to check it for like 2 weeks. It's like almost getting over an addiction here, and almost like a habit of checking your social media page. So they have been trying to like stop themselves from doing so. They may have even made with this Magician in reverse, they may have even made a like a separate account to check your social media, because maybe you have them blocked, or maybe they just don't want to be caught doing it. So they kind of have like this throwaway account that they use to check your social media. So you probably wouldn't know if you like if like they ever liked your things by accident or something. You probably wouldn't know, because it is a throwaway account that they use here. Because with the Magician in reverse, it's almost like a master of illusion, a master of deception here, the way I'm reading it right now. So it could be like they've created some fake account just to look at your page. But they definitely feel guilty after every time they look at it, because they're almost like, you know, I need to stop. I shouldn't. They're like, maybe you're not really talking to this person right now, so they're like, oh, you know, I shouldn't do this. I should stop. I should get over this person and not want to look at their page anymore. Why do I even look at their page? You know, I don't talk to them anymore. It's over. We're done. And they just kind of beat themselves up over it every time they fall into the trap of looking at your pages. So I feel like this person is just not in the greatest place right now, and looking at your pages makes them feel even worse. But they are, with this Emperor upright, they are trying to create a bit more, like this Emperor upright for me is giving me that message of what I was speaking of earlier, where they're trying their best to like stop checking it. Sometimes they fail at it, other times they're able to gather that self-discipline and not check your page. And like maybe they've even deleted their throwaway account a few times to sort of force themselves to stop looking at it, something like that. They also actually, I'm getting the message here, I feel like any mention of you, any memory that they have of you just makes them feel really bad. Whether it's because they miss you, or things didn't end up the way you guys wanted it to, or you guys just had a big argument and they're angry, whatever it is, it just makes them feel horrible, like any mention of you, any reminder of you. And so I feel like they've tried to cut out a lot of you from their life. So like maybe they've deleted a lot of pictures, or they've deleted social media posts that both of you were in together, or they've blocked you off their social media so they don't have to see you on their main account or whatever. Yeah, they definitely do check your social media accounts, but it makes them feel horrible afterwards. So they try not to do it that much. That's the gist of your answer here. And it could also be that because this Nine of Swords in reverse is really speaking to me of kind of like them like feeling horrible looking at your social media page, or looking at like past pictures of you guys together, or past posts that you made together on social media, or maybe even like screenshots of past text messages that you guys had, and then it just makes them feel worse because they continue to remember the connection you two shared. But let's get another card here, pile 3 for just any messages and advice for you in regards to your connection with this person, whether you were speaking to them or not, which I feel like maybe you're not speaking to them, but maybe you guys just had like a bit of an argument, a bit of a disagreement, and you're just taking a break right now, whatever the case is. We will get some, okay. All right, I'm actually gonna take both of these. So we have here, we have full moon in Capricorn with the end of a tough cycle approaches. And then we have don't let your past hold you back with the South Node. Yeah, so this may be a past connection, a past person. And I feel like the end of a tough cycle approaches with full moon in Capricorn is actually a message to them. And then with the don't let your past hold you back with South Node, that is a message to you and is what I'm getting. But I mean, it could be that they're both messages to you. We'll dive a little deeper. So we have the full moon in Capricorn here with the end of a tough cycle approaches. So if you have been going through some sort of tough cycle here, if you have been trying to get over this person as well, and like how what you post on social media, like maybe you post on social media that like you're over, like you make it seem like you're over the relationship, you're having a fun time in your life, you're happy, you are secure wherever you are, but then, you know, off social media, you are still having a tough time and you've still been trying to heal and get over this. This is a sign that it's almost, the end of this cycle is almost near. There's just a little few more like kinks to get out here. And I mean, it could be that maybe you also check this person's social media, even though you don't necessarily want to, similar to how they do. Like you try to hold yourself back from checking it and then you continue to do so. And that's something that you are slowly getting over, slowly trying to work on. And that's one of the ways that this cycle is going to be ending as well, once you're able to do that. And then we have don't let your past hold you back. And that's definitely a message of, you know, don't let this past situation hold you back from doing anything, to hold you back. Because like maybe you're on a break from this person but now you've kind of met, or you just let go of this person, but there was always some thought of, you know, maybe I'll get back together with them. And then now you've kind of met a new person, or you've just ventured into a new part of your life, a new chapter of your life. And it's been a bit hard to leave this person behind, to leave this situation behind. And these are messages for you to not do that, because you are in a better new chapter of your life. And sometimes the past has to stay in the past, and that this will soon pass with the full moon in Capricorn here. And it's interesting because Capricorn has to do a lot with the past as well, the sign of Capricorn. So there is definitely a message of moving on from the past, of ending this cycle from the past and stepping into a new future, a new path for you. And this, because this Ouroboros on the Magician's belt right here, the Magician wears a belt of a snake eating its own tail. Here, the Ouroboros, which is all about cycles. It's all about rebirth and repeating these, which here in this case is maybe it's like you've been repeating this old cycle with this person where you break up and then you come back together and then you break up and then you come back together. Or you've just been repeating this cycle by continuing to go back to their social media and look at it, and by them continuing to go back to their social media, to your social media and looking at it, and both of you feeling bad about the situation and just your mood dropping after you look at their social media, or you just getting angry after looking at their social media. And that's kind of how this cycle repeats as well in the situation. And so this is a message that it is coming to an end here. And it's in order to come to an end, you also need to do your part. You know, you need to be firm with yourself and say, you know what, no, I'm done with this. I'm not looking back, and I'm not going to be checking that person's social media anymore. I'm not going to be asking about that person anymore, you know, maybe in tarot readings, like you're done with them. But let's go ahead and get another card here. Pile 3 for if your person on messages and guidance for your connection to this person. Okay, we have here, look at that. We have Unfinished Symphony that came out with the number 10, and 10 is all about completion. It's all about endings here. So the other message I'm getting here, pile 3, this is a message for a few of you, I think. So really take it how it resonates. But with this Unfinished Symphony, because this Unfinished Symphony is all about continuing a project, continuing some sort of pursuit that you had stopped, that you had left behind. And so I wonder if this is a person that you still care about, if this is a person that you would still want to try again, would still want to have a second chance with, then I feel like this time, this tough cycle you've had with this person is going to be coming to an end. And it's going to be important if you get back together with this person. It's going to be important that you don't let past experiences, you don't let past disagreements, past arguments, past actions interfere with this new start. You kind of want to make it a blank slate and not allow the past to control your actions and behaviors towards this person in the future. For those of you who want to come together in some way. Now, if this is somebody that you want to leave behind, if this is a person you want to leave behind, then that is an option for you too, and you are more than welcome. Like that with these two cards coming out, it's almost like, yes, that is going to be happening soon for you as well. And like, obviously you have to make that conscious choice and decision to walk away from this person, to walk away from this situation. But in order to do so, with this unfinished symphony card coming out, it's like there's going to be some sort of need for closure here, some sort of making amends or just closing out this cycle. So I feel like there's gonna come a point where one or both of you is gonna reach out to each other again, and that is how you are gonna have this closure. Or it could just be you choosing to make that decision of, okay, I am walking away now. I am cutting myself off from this situation. I'm cutting myself off from this person, and I'm walking away to a new place, to a new destination. But that is your decision. That is the message here, is where this is your decision to make. And there is no right or wrong decision here. You know, like, I mean, there's no such thing as a right or wrong decision, really. Every action has an equal reaction. Every effect has a cause. Every decision you make is going to have a certain consequence. And it's up to you, you know, which path you want to take, what decision you want to make in order to reach some sort of desired outcome here. But there definitely is a brighter future for you here with this full moon in Capricorn. It's all about just, I feel like for the majority of you, the decision you are making, the decision you want to make, is to just move away from this person completely, to cut yourself off from this situation and move on to bigger and better things. For a very small majority of you, I am getting the message of that maybe you guys will be coming back together again, both more mature, both more stable within yourselves with this Emperor upright. But that is for like one or two people. For the majority of you, like if that doesn't resonate with you, if you are somebody who doesn't want that or just doesn't think that's ever going to happen, then you are my people who are, you're being guided to just leave this situation in the past and to move on to better things that are for you in the future. But that is all I am seeing for you here today, Pile 3. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video. Hello, Pile 4, and welcome to your reading. So today we are going to be taking a look at if the person you are asking about watches you on social media, or sort of just keeps updates on you through social media. Now, this can be any person you would like. It does not necessarily have to be a romantic partner, but I have your tarot cards here that will give us our answer. And then once we get through these, I have a couple other oracle cards oracle decks that I will pull cards from just to get any more messages and guidance for you when it comes to this person and your connection with them. But let's go ahead and take a look at your tarot cards here. So you have the High Priestess upright here. Page of Cups in reverse and the Nine of Wands upright. Okay. I'm getting the message here that... Okay, I'm getting a few messages here, so bear with me as I get through all of them. So for some of you, or for a lot of you really, with this High Priestess upright, when I saw it, the first thing I thought of was that they definitely, if they don't watch you on social media, just because I feel like if they were to, they just don't really have access to you through social media. But we're going to get to that later. With this High Priestess upright, they definitely watch like what you're doing now, like tarot readings on, okay, you know, about you. So like, what is this person, does this person watch you on social media, or how does this person feel about you now, or whatever, you know. It feels like with this High Priestess upright, they definitely are into sort of spiritual spying, I'm hearing. So maybe they watch videos on tarot reading videos about you, or they do their own tarot readings, or maybe they know somebody who does tarot readings, so they ask about you through there. There's definitely some sort of spiritual means, some sort of metaphysical means in which they get updates on you. It could even be that they're just very connected to you and to the spiritual realm, so they're able to communicate with you know, their spirit guides or their beings or things like that in order to get an update on you, in order to get certain answers to questions they have with this High Priestess upright. But with this Page of Cups in reverse and this Nine of Wands upright, I do feel like you have them kind of maybe blocked on social media, and they're not really able to view your page, or maybe you just have all your pages on private, or maybe you just don't really use social media that much, or you haven't really updated it in a little bit, so they're not really able to get a read on you in that way. Like maybe they even want to message you, maybe they even would want to sort of come into contact with you once more, but they're not able to, just because you don't, like I said, your social media is not readily available for them to have access to. And that is why they maybe have gone through some sort of ulterior means in order to get information on you, in order to get some sort of update on you. But I actually kind of want to get another card here for this Page of Cups in reverse. So, okay, we have the Empress in reverse. And the Six of Cups was under that as well. So, yeah, there's definitely some sort of, yeah, if they don't really watch you physically on social media. That's the message here, because either they just don't have access to it, maybe they don't have any social media in order to do it, or they're not sure how to. Maybe you have them blocked, or just you have all your accounts on private somehow, or you just don't really post on social media that much, so they can't really glean a lot of information from your social media pages. And that is why they have resorted to more ulterior means, like, you know, perhaps, you know, what you're doing now, watching tarot videos on YouTube, or astrology. Maybe they watch like your astrological forecasts on YouTube, like for your signs, or they have a friend who, or they pay somebody to do a tarot reading for them and ask questions about you. Something like that definitely is popping out here. But they definitely feel a lack of you in their life. I don't know why I'm suddenly hearing that. I feel like this Page of Cups in reverse with the Empress in reverse is almost like, it could even be that you introduced them to like tarot or astrology or things like that, and that's kind of a way that they feel connected to you as well. Because I feel like this person doesn't, like, I feel like maybe you don't want to have anything to do with this person, but this person does like you. This person wants to have a connection with you, And so that's why they get all these feelings. I'm kind of getting like a bit of an obsession here, where they definitely do like maybe they like binge watch like 10 videos asking the same thing about you, like 10 tarot reading videos asking that answer the same question about you. They're definitely into that type of energy where they just want to have every single scrap of knowledge they can about you, which is kind of, I'm getting like kind of creepy, to be honest. But I mean, we've all been there. I think most of us have, I guess. And they also use it as like a form of entertainment for them, you know? So like rather than watching TV, they'll go do a tarot reading for themselves about you, or they'll go watch a tarot YouTube video, or to Instagram or TikTok, whatever. They'll watch some sort of tarot video, and it's kind of like this form of entertainment for them with this Empress in reverse I'm getting. But let's get another card here, pile 4, for just any messages and advice for you when it comes to this person and when it comes to this connection, or lack thereof, because I feel like you don't really interact with this person that much. Like it could be that this is somebody who like you feel like has a crush on you, or maybe you feel like you feel like has a crush on you, but you don't really talk to them, you're not really interested in them, and I guess, well, maybe you're kind of interested now to see if they look at your social media, I don't know. Or they're just somebody you don't really talk to anymore, or you don't talk to as much, something like that. Let's see. Okay. We have here, don't let pride get in your way, that came out. And then we had a bunch of other cards underneath that. And I just feel called to go through all of them, see if, you know, maybe there's like a lot of people who are watching this pile, and different ones are going to resonate with different people. But we have hold your vision with fixed moon. It's time to release negativity, full moon in Scorpio. A personal issue reaches resolution, full moon in Cancer. You are good enough, full moon in Virgo. But the one that was on top was don't let pride get in your way, with the full moon in Leo. So perhaps this is somebody new in your life and you're wondering if they, you know, are interested in you, watch your social media. But like 9 of Wands is a very prideful card here, but it's like prideful as a defense. And I feel like I was seeing this, like this whole reading, I was seeing you as this 9 of Wands here, and your person, the person you are asking about, as this Page of Cups here. So I feel like this person definitely likes you, is definitely interested in you, but they are going about it all the wrong ways, because the only interaction I feel like they get with you, the only way, because I feel like they don't really know you and they want to get to know you, so they do it through these tarot card readings, or they do it through these astrological forecasts, astrological readings, and they don't actually know the real you, because they only know it through what other people have told them through tarot cards or through astrology, and they haven't actually come up to talk to you. They actually haven't come up to know you. And I feel like because you do give off a bit of an intimidating exterior, a bit of a, you know, don't talk to me, I don't want to talk to you, I don't want to have anything to do with you. And perhaps that is the case. Like if this is like because I'm getting like some of you like don't want anything to do with this person, and for a good reason, but others of you are kind of blocking yourself off from this person because of some sort of past experiences that really hurt you, that really had you build up walls and barriers, and has prevented you from connecting to other people. And it doesn't even have to be romantic. Like maybe this person just really wants to be your friend and they're not sure how to go about it. They're not sure how to approach you. So they do it through more spiritual means. They do it through more metaphysical means. And because you're very blocked off from them in the physical. They're not really able to get close to you. And so this is just a message is if you want to get close to this person, if you want to have a connection with this person, then you need to open up a bit more, not be so standoffish, not be so defensive. Well, try not to be when it comes to them, because I do feel like this person is like extremely shy as well. And that's, you know, another reason why they don't really come forward. And they feel like they're not good enough for you. They feel like you are so much better than them. And that could be because maybe you are a bit prideful when it comes to just, you know, how you present your, and I'm not talking about pride like in a negative way for the most part. I'm just saying maybe you give off a very confident aura, like you know who you are, you know how valuable you are, you know your worth, and this person doesn't really feel like they are good enough for you. This person feels like you are on a much higher level than them. But it could be that you do this to protect yourself. You do this so that not anyone can just approach you and feel like, you know, they're at your level or something like that. I'm getting a lot of different messages here, but this person definitely does want to approach you. They just feel like they can't. So maybe you just, you know, maybe you have RBF, or because I feel like for some of you it's on purpose. You purposefully make yourself unapproachable. You purposely make form like barriers and walls and distance yourself from everybody just as a form of protection. But for others, it's you know, you unconsciously do this, you unknowingly do this as a form of protection as well, where, you know, you just don't want to get close to anybody. You don't like people to get close to you because you don't want them to be able to hurt you somehow. You don't want them to see your vulnerabilities, to see your weaknesses. So you put up a very strong front. You put up a very prideful front. You may even purposely try to come off as like arrogant and to sort of, you know, scare people away. But let's get another card here, pile 4, because this is very interesting energy that's coming from you, especially when it comes to this person. I don't know, maybe this person is like really sweet. They really want to get to know you and they try to like talk to you. They try to approach you and you just like brush them off, blow them off. So the only way they can really connect with you is through these spiritual means, through these tarot card readings and things like that. But it's kind of like a fantasy here because that's not the real you. The only way they're going to be able to know the real you is by interacting with you, especially when it comes to like general tarot readings on YouTube, where it's not like if you're watching 10 videos on the same topic, that's when it kind of, majority of the time, the messages just stop resonating at some point. And you may even find that there's like contradictions here. And I feel like that's what's happening with this person, because they're not actually like, and because general readings, you kind of have to use your intuition to know, to lead you to which messages are for you and which ones are not. And I feel like this person is not able to do that. And they just take everything that is said to them as the truth. I feel like they're just so entrenched in it that they don't know the real you, and they don't realize that, you know, well, maybe they do, and they're just still not able to come forward. I don't know. Okay. All right. So we have here Young that came out with number 1, and then Go the Distance. And yeah, with Yang as well, it reminds me of the full moon in Leo with don't let pride get in your way, in the sense of like whatever you want, go for it. Especially with the Go the Distance as well. Like you're going to reach that finish line. You're going to be successful. And so if this person does interest you, if you do want to get to know this person, you know, go for it. Open yourself up and see what happens. Be a bit more open-minded and open towards it. And 47 reduces to 11. So this could be a potential person that you really connect with. It's just all about, you know, opening up and not letting your pride get in the way here. Because I feel like maybe they aren't at the same level as you, but they have that potential. But I feel like you're so closed off from everything else, from everyone else, that it's just comfortable there, and you're not really willing to venture out of it yet. But if you have been feeling a bit lonely, if you have been feeling a disconnect, if you have been wanting to meet new people, this is definitely a person that you could potentially have a connection with excuse me, with both of these cards coming out. But, you know, it's going to take time, and maybe you want to open yourself up through like just baby steps, little by little. And it doesn't even have to be this person. I'm hearing, like, if this is not somebody you are like, you know for sure, like you know yourself the best, you know what you like the best, and so maybe you want nothing to do with this person. This isn't a message that you have to, you know, interact with this person in some way in which you don't want to. Obviously, follow your own intuition first and make decisions based on that first and foremost. I'm just here to give you sort of a different perspective on the situation, or more information that you may have not been privy to. But with this Go the Distance card, it's just talking, and with your whole reading in general, it's like, if you do want to form some new connections, whether they're romantic or platonic, just get closer to people, be able to connect with them, be able to bond with them and rely on them and have a stable connection here. It definitely is going to take some work in regards to you opening yourself up a bit and taking some initiative here as well. Because if it is in regards to this person, I don't think this person is going to approach you. You're kind of gonna either have to approach them first or just make yourself more approachable. But there definitely is a future here, and you don't have to do it all at once. You don't have to do it overnight. You can take it step by step, little baby steps. Allow them the space to take the first step towards you. I'm hearing, if you don't want to take that first step, just allow them the permission to move towards you, because I feel like they're not going to move towards you if they don't have, you know, if they feel like they're unable to, if they feel like you're closed off. So that's definitely a message here for somebody. But that is all I'm seeing for you here today, Pile 4. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video. Hello, Pile 5, and welcome to your reading. So today we're going to be looking at if the person you are asking about watches you on social media and sort of gets updates on you from social media. So I have your tarot cards here, and once we get through these and get our answer, I do want to pull just some additional oracle cards from a couple decks just to get some extra messages and advice for you when it comes to this person and this connection. But let's go ahead and take a look at your tarot cards. So you got the Knight of Cups in reverse. Okay, I'm going to take that off screen just so I can cover it for a bit, but you got the World upright, and then you got the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. But let me just cover up this card. Yes. We don't really want to have an explicit video here, even though I don't think, I mean, I'm just going to not say anything, but but the answer I am getting here is a no. But let's delve a little deeper into this. Okay, so we have this Knight of Cups in reverse, and when I saw this card here, I heard the word rejection in my head. And this can come from I'm getting a couple different messages here. So it could be that you rejected this person, or just some sort of situation happened where this person felt like this thing, you know, it's over, it's done with, I'm not going to try anymore. And then we have this World card upright as well, which is the World card is the official sort of last card in the major arcana and kind of the end of the journey here. Though the journey is a cycle, so every end comes with a beginning as well. But we have an ending here of some sort. And with this Seven of Pentacles in reverse, the message I got with this was like, it's not worth my time, or I don't really... So this person feels like there's no point in, what's the phrase? Like, beating a dead horse or something like that. Okay, that's actually kind of violent now that I think about it. I don't know what the official... I can't remember what the actual phrase is, but it's like this person has this mindset of, you know what, it's over and done with. There's no point in looking at this person's social media because, you know, it's the end. You know, I don't really, so it could be that you guys aren't really in contact with each other. So it's kind of like we've gone our separate ways. We're doing our own thing. I don't really need to spend my time like my time could be spent elsewhere in a more effective and spent in a more effective and helpful way to me than by stalking this person's social media profile. And that's basically their mindset right now, their outlook on life. Now, I feel like they do with this world card upright. I don't know why I'm getting, okay, I'm getting the message that, I'm suddenly getting the message that, so they don't actively like look at your social media and things like that. But if, say, they come across a post like describing different zodiac signs, they will look at most likely your sun sign, because that's probably like that's the easiest to know. They'll look at like what it says about your sun sign, like things like that. Like they don't actively search you out on social media, but if they come across something, they will, like, you know, like the zodiac signs, they will like look at your zodiac sign and what it says for it, that kind of thing. But for the most part, they don't really look at your social media, just because they feel like it's over and done with and there's no point. Like my time could be spent elsewhere. Like what is I feel like they're a very, very like practical person, and they're like, you know, what's the point of looking at this person's social media when it does nothing for me? That's kind of the vibe I'm getting here. And you know, maybe you're happy about that. You want this to be over and done with and don't really want them to be looking at your social media. If you do still want to, if you are somebody who's, you know, like still wants something with this person, I feel like they I don't know, they had some sort of rejection here from you. They felt some sort of rejection here, and so they just went on their own way. You know, it could also be that they rejected you in some way, and in that case, I don't know, it's just like the end here. There's some sort of very big ending here, and they are trying to let go. They're trying to their best to move on, and they know that if they were to check your social media, they know that if they were to like continue to look at maybe like past pictures, past text messages, things like that, then they wouldn't be able to fully move on. That would mean that they're still in this sort of transitory period where they don't really have closure on this, and that's why they choose not to do that. They do feel like they're very disciplined, very practical, very down to earth, and like just like I get a lot of Capricorn energy here, a lot of earth energy here, and it's kind of like, you know, I've made a decision, I'm gonna stick with it. This person didn't want me, so, you know, there's no point ruminating about that. There's no point pining for them. I should just move on. That kind of thought process is going through them right now, and that is why they don't really check on your social media. They do maybe like get curious every now and then, wondering what you're doing, but they know there's no point to it, and so they just try to, you know, once they see that once they are aware of what they're doing and that they're thinking about you, they kind of force themselves to stop. And so like with the example of the zodiac, the astrological signs for like before, so like say they accidentally find themselves looking at you at what it says about your sign, they'll be like, you know, why am I looking at this, and scroll past it. They don't really want any reminder of you. They want to finally close out this chapter and just move on with their life, and so that's why they don't check your social media page. But I don't think they have like any hard feelings towards you. It's not like, oh, this person rejected me, I hate them. It's kind of just like an acceptance, you know, like, you know what, that's just how it is. And the best thing I can do for myself is forget about you, pile 5, and move on. But let's go ahead and get some messages for you, pile 5, in regards to this connection and this person. So we have here, you are good enough, full moon and Virgo. Yeah, so perhaps they rejected you, maybe. If that is the case, or maybe they just like left you or broke things off. I don't know why. I feel like if they did, it was very sudden, and it kind of maybe made you feel like, you know, did this person ever love me? Especially if you're hearing now that they don't even look at your social media, that they're trying to move on. You may be feeling like, oh, what was wrong with me? Why did they suddenly leave? Did they really love me? And this is saying, like, you know, I feel like this person is just very, very independent. This person is very much just really focused on themselves, and them leaving you had less to do with you doing something wrong, or, and if that's the case, if they left you, had less to do with you doing something wrong or not being good enough, and more just them, I don't know, wanting to be independent, wanting to be solo, just wanting a new change of some kind. And this is a reminder to you that there is nothing wrong with you. You are more than good enough to, you know, with the full moon in Virgo, make your own way in the world. Or maybe this person, or maybe you feel like you rejected, if you were the one that kind of rejected this person and the person just moved on, you may have felt like, oh, did they, I mean, I don't know, this is kind of like, I mean, if you rejected them, you rejected them, but maybe your thoughts are like, oh, they didn't even try that hard to, like, maybe you're used to people, like, if you say no, them continuing to try to get to you, and this person, like, respected your decision and when you said no, and was like, okay. And so maybe, like, them being so abrupt about it made you feel in some way that they didn't even like you, they weren't even trying to form a bond with you, form a connection with you. I don't know, this is kind of weird here, but the message here is you are more than good enough for whatever it is you are trying to do. So if you feel like maybe it could be that you feel like this person moved on very quickly from you, that this person, like, moved forward so quickly that it felt like you may have felt like you didn't even mean anything to this person when this sort of ending happened, and it's kind of left you feeling insecure about maybe your entire relationship with them, their past relationship, past connection with them. Like, you know, did they even like me? Did they even want to have a connection with me? Or was I just somebody that was there, and did I annoy them? Was I too clingy with them? Something like that. This is just a message that, like, no, that's not the case. That's not what was happening when they had a connection with you, if they did, or when they were interested in you. They were interested in you, but they are just somebody who takes no for an answer. You know, they understand, like, okay, this person said no, okay, you know, I'm not gonna waste my time. They don't like to waste their time, and they don't like people who lead them on, and they don't like to be led on, and so, you know, they're just gonna go their own way once they realize that there's nothing really here for them, I guess. But let's get another card here, pile 5, for messages and advice for you in regards to this connection, in regards to this person. Oh, look at that. We have Loyal Heart here. What a beautiful card with 35. So, yeah, if you are wondering, like, if this person is still interested in you, they very much are, and they probably would come back if you, like, reached out to them, if you asked them, even though I feel like it would take some time, because, like, they would have to take some time to think on the decision, but they definitely still have, like, a lot of really heartfelt and genuine feelings for you. I feel like you are the one who kind of rejected them in a way, kind of left in a way, or things just didn't work out somehow. But this person definitely still thinks about you. This person definitely, you're still on their mind sometimes, but they kind of, like I said before, they force themselves not to, because they feel like nothing is going to come of this situation. So why am I bothering thinking about it? Why am I wondering about it? And they try their best to suppress their feelings when it comes to you, because they feel like, you know, nothing is going to come, and, you know, you already rejected them. You made it clear what you wanted. If you are the one that rejected them, this is a general reading, so I feel like there's a lot of different situations here, so definitely take what resonates. And depending on your situation. And so if you were the one who rejected that to them, they're just like, you know, they rejected me. What am I going to do about it? I just have to move on. However, if this person left you, if this person maybe was unfaithful to you, wasn't loyal to you in some way, then this message here is saying that you will find those people who are really loyal to you, who are connected to you fully devoted to you. So don't let this situation, if this person was unfaithful or it felt like they just left you like that abruptly with no, like maybe they ghosted you or something, whatever it is, like know that you are good enough, that this person, just because this person did that doesn't mean there's something wrong with you, or like maybe you feel like, you know, like I said before, you feel like there's something wrong with you because of what happened in the past with this person, but that is definitely not the case with these two cards coming out with this loyal heart. This card speaks all about like trusting and having faith that what is meant for you, the people who are meant for you are going to become it, are like, that there's people out there who are meant for you, who will be loyal to you, who you will have a very profound and deep soul connection with. As well as the fact that spirit is always with you and your spirit guides are always there supporting you and guiding you through this life. And for you to sort of take a look at all your relationships in your life. And I feel like now's the time to analyze them and be like, okay, who is loyal to me? Who has genuine, heartfelt feelings for me? And who am I loyal to in return? And just take a deep, long look at all your relationships and which ones you genuinely want to nurture and strengthen. But that is all I am seeing for you here today, Pile 5. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video.